Split-second mistakes, life-changing consequences, shocking crashes, deadly decisions. You won't believe these terrifying accidents. One careless moment, a lifetime of regret. Learn from these hard lessons and stay safe. Subscribe now for the most real and raw footage. I stopped at a red light, casually thinking about what to eat for dinner. But before I could even decide, a container truck came blazing down the road with no signs of stopping. And then, boom. My car took a full-force hit, sent flying onto the sidewalk like a Hollywood stunt scene. Never stop on a highway unless it's an absolute emergency. If your car breaks down, immediately turn on hazard lights and move to the emergency lane. And if you're driving, always maintain a safe distance to allow reaction time. I was driving my multi-ton container truck through an intersection when a white car came flashing in like lightning, crashing straight into my truck's side. The impact was so strong, my entire truck shook violently, while the car was completely wrecked. The driver had to be rushed to the hospital. Overtaking without checking is an extreme sport no one should play. If you pass without knowing what's ahead, you're gambling not just your car, but your life. Quiet highway. I'm cruising along when, boom! The truck in front suddenly turns right like it just remembered it left the stove on at home. No signal, no warning, and we're too close. I had no time, straight into its rear. The other driver forgot turn signals exist, but I should have kept a safer distance too. Night driving slows reactions. So if you're not prepared, you'll end up hugging another vehicle for real. If a car ahead seems sketchy, slow down and stay back. At night, reaction time is slower. Double your focus. Just cruising, minding my business, when suddenly, here comes a container truck taking a turn like it's trying to drift. And down it goes. Cargo everywhere, like a warehouse just exploded. Thankfully, just small stuff, not a disaster. The truck was probably going too fast, had unsecured cargo, or made a sharp turn. Either way, a bad day for that driver. Never take turns too fast with a heavy truck. Gravity will humble you. If a truck looks like it's losing balance, back away immediately. Always stay fully alert while driving. Danger comes when you least expect it. Missing my girlfriend, I hit the gas, but the slippery road sent me drifting. Luckily, the truck driver behind reacted in time. Otherwise, I'd be meeting my ancestors. Speed and love have one thing in common. Lose control, and it hurts. Rain equals less grip, so slow down unless you want to slide into the afterlife. Not every truck driver behind you will be a lifesaver. Taking my wife shopping, I slowed down at the intersection, but the car next to me blocked my view. While I was distracted, another car crossed and bam! A sudden collision. Luckily it was shopping with the cops, not the hospital. Intersections are a hotspot for danger. Always stay alert. Slowing down isn't enough. You need to observe everything around you, especially other cars. Don't let other vehicles block your vision. Feeling like a pro driver, I thought I could slip through the tiny gap between two cars in the same lane to change lanes. But life wasn't on my side. Bam! I collided with both. Luckily, my car only got a few scratches, but I'm definitely not pulling that move again. Changing lanes requires observation and safety. Don't take risks just to show off. Ever gotten too confident and ended up in a collision? Share your experiences so we can all learn. Anyone else as reckless as this guy? Riding his motorcycle, he decided to pop a wheelie and challenge the cops. Feels like a superhero, but luckily, he got away. Otherwise, he'd probably be in jail by now. Challenging the cops is not the way to show off your skills. Be careful when riding. Don't let overconfidence lead to serious consequences. I parked on the side of the road just to take a quick breather, and before I knew it, a 7-seater car came speeding and crashed into my rear. The road was narrow, and people should have been driving slow, but that car thought it was in a race. Ended up getting a rear kiss. I was trying to drive through a dangerous mountain road to reach a tourist spot, mentally prepared for a challenging journey. But out of nowhere, the hillside collapsed right before me. It felt like I narrowly escaped death. Luckily, my car wasn't buried, but if it were, I'd be stuck touring there forever. Mountain roads are full of challenges. Always be ready for unexpected dangers. Move cautiously and never underestimate the dangers posed by nature. The driver blew through the intersection without slowing down and slammed right into my parked car like it was an obstacle in a race. Luckily, just a few scratches, but definitely a lesson learned. The other car didn't slow down at the intersection and ignored traffic signs, creating a dangerous situation. Parking on the side of the road in the wrong spot can also cause unnecessary accidents. A truck tipping over can happen for many reasons: faulty lift, unstable ground, or someone forgetting to secure the wheels. One small mistake can turn a garage into an accident scene. Parked my car nicely, went to see my girl. I barely had time to say, "I missed you," before someone outside missed my car even more. A reckless driver sent my ride straight to the junkyard era. Speed doesn't make you cooler. It just makes you poorer from all the repair costs. If you love speed, play racing games. At least those have a reset button. I was cruising smoothly on a high-speed train. Everything was chill, until a truck driver decided to test his luck. He ignored the crossing barrier and charged forward. Result? My train turned his truck into a giant jigsaw puzzle. When you see a crossing barrier, stop. Playing chicken with a train is a game where you never win. The curve came and I refused to slow down. Thought I could handle it like a pro, until 2 seconds later my truck spun like a top and then bam! Upside down, game over. Too fast, too furious, literally. High speed plus sharp turns equals disaster. Trucks don't lean at a cool 45-degree angle like in movies. Slow down now or flip later. Your choice. I was walking, casually thinking about what to eat for dinner, when suddenly, bam! A rookie driver lost control and jumped the curb. Thanks to the heroic traffic light pole, I didn't become tonight's special on the Grim Reaper's menu. If you're learning to drive, practice in an open space with supervision. And if you're a pedestrian, stay alert because sometimes even the sidewalk isn't safe. I was speeding home, thinking about my wife waiting for me. But life had other plans. A car coming from the opposite direction couldn't react in time and boom! I planned to hug my wife, but now I was just hugging the steering wheel, praying for dear life. Don't let your rush turn into a tragedy. Remember, it's better to get home late than never at all. I was casually making coffee, enjoying the view from my window, when suddenly, zoom! A car shot through the alley like a bullet. And of course, crash. It slammed into a parked car, turning the whole street into a mini junkyard. The reason? The driver was wasted and thought he was in Formula E. If you drink, don't drive. Your car isn't a spaceship, but alcohol might make you think otherwise. Be responsible for yourself and everyone around you. Ever seen a drunk driver turn the streets into a crash test site? Drop your story below. I was driving as usual when suddenly, crack! The car in front of me dropped both of its rear wheels. It scraped across the road, sparks flying like a meteor crashing down. I was so confused I could only mumble, wait, was that a pothole or a black hole? Don't let your car fall apart on the highway. Get your wheels checked regularly, especially before long trips. And remember, if the car ahead suddenly starts losing parts, slow down fast, because you don't want to be the first witness. Ever seen a car stripped down mid-drive? Share your horror stories. I parked in front of my house just to grab my wallet. But before I could even turn around, boom! A white car appeared like a vengeful spirit and slammed straight into mine with zero hesitation. Staring at the wreck, all I could think was, wait, does my car owe someone money? Never park at an intersection unless you enjoy high-stakes gambling with your car. And if someone tells you, it's fine, just for a minute, don't listen. The universe is listening, and it's about to prove you wrong. I was casually driving, about to cross the road, when suddenly a superhero on a motorcycle zoomed in like he was competing in MotoGP. Wrong lane, ridiculous speed, and absolutely no concern for intersections. Luckily, his last-minute emergency brake saved us both from an epic crash. Roads aren't the place for reckless stunts. Respect lanes, control your speed, and always slow down at intersections. A few seconds of caution can save your life. Without a dash cam, I'd still be scratching my head trying to figure out what happened. That white car came out of nowhere, sped like lightning, then confidently overtook, without even looking. And of course, the universe doesn't let that slide. A crash happened right after. Overtaking isn't just about pressing the gas. Always check your mirrors, signal, and make sure the coast is clear before making your move. Otherwise, you might end up starring in a viral crash video. I was approaching a T-junction, obeying all the traffic rules. Then suddenly a red car popped out like it had just fallen from the sky. No honk, no warning, just a direct hit to the front of my car. Judging by that driving, I'd bet this person just got their license. A tunnel that looks harmless, yet it's a silent assassin for drivers who ignore signs. This driver blissfully charged ahead, missing the height restriction warning. The result? His truck just got an unplanned sunroof installation. Always know your vehicle's height and compare it with the clearance sign before entering a tunnel. A moment of caution could save you thousands in repairs. If you can't see the road ahead, don't overtake. A little dust won't hurt you, but a crash definitely will. A few seconds of patience can save your family's life. Have you ever seen a driver take a dangerous overtaking risk? What do you think about such decisions? Drop your thoughts below. I was driving my delivery truck as usual, minding my own business, when suddenly, bam! A red car cut into my lane without leaving enough space. The result? I slammed into its rear, and my cargo scattered all over the road, shattered like my soul at that moment. Changing lanes isn't a game of hopscotch. Always signal, check your mirrors, and make sure there's enough space before switching lanes, especially when a truck is behind you. What would you do if a car suddenly cut in front of you like this? Share your experience. Intersections aren't racetracks. Speeding through without checking isn't just reckless. It endangers both you and everyone around you. One small mistake can lead to massive consequences. Don't let speed decide your fate. Always double-check before crossing an intersection, because 1 second of carelessness can turn you into the main character of a major accident. Have you ever seen someone take flight at an intersection? Did they land safely? Drop your stories below. Don't turn one more second into a lifetime of regret. If the light is about to change, slow down instead of gunning it, because you never know what's waiting ahead. A mountain road, a deadly curve, and two massive trucks speeding toward each other. I witnessed a chilling moment. Neither driver wanted to yield, both pushing forward. And then, a deafening crash. A direct collision, leaving behind a terrifying scene of destruction. Don't let impatience or pride put you in danger. When driving on mountain roads, maintain a steady speed, stay alert, and always be ready to yield when necessary. I was driving when my eyes nearly popped out of my head. I saw something unbelievable. A car was driving on 2 wheels, and to top it off, they removed the other 2 wheels while moving. This is a public road, not an action movie set. If you saw this happening live, how would you react? Should there be stricter penalties for extreme reckless driving like this? And that's it for today. These shocking crashes remind us all of the dangers of reckless driving. Speeding is not just risky, it's costly. In the US, speeding fines vary by state, but they can range from $50 to over $500, and in some cases, you could even face license suspension or jail time. Plus, higher insurance rates will follow you for years. So, drive smart, stay safe, and respect the speed limits. If you found this video eye-opening, hit that like button, subscribe for more shocking crash compilations, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video. Drive safe.